Okay, so welcome to this first of many, hopefully many videos from me, Johan from Stockholm. I will basically talk about metal detecting. I might do some let's play videos from Minecraft, Hexit, All Odds, Diablo 3, whatnot. I might go into some prospecting, gold, silver, let's see. But first I would like to give you an idea of what I do before I go out and metal detect. I live in Stockholm, Sweden, and we are quite fortunate to have some really cool tools available online for free. This particular one that I have on my desktop right now is called Stockholmskällan. It's basically Stockholm, the source of Stockholm source, where you can find a hell of a lot of information about Stockholm. The feature that is of course most interested to me is the maps. And basically on your left side of this window you have a map from today, so you can see how Stockholm looks today. On the right side you have a map from 1938. Unfortunately, in the areas where I hunt, there is no maps from 1625, 1642 and whatnot. So they will all be blanks, fortunately. But from 1934 is quite good coverage, which is, well, it's given indication at least. So we can take an area that I have been hunting for quite some time. It's this lake, it's called Flaten, as you can see here, and it's still on the map. From, of course, the lake is there, but then you can look, you can compare from today and what was in the area 1934. And this is of course a very interesting area, so let's go and zoom in on that. So you can actually see here, it's a place called Ekudden, which had, well, let's start out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, at least 16, 17 buildings in this area, and today there is none. So of course this area would be very interesting to hunt. Unfortunately, this whole area is declared a natural zone. It's protected area for the wildlife. There are some special flowers and frogs and whatnot. So I guess if I run around there with my metal detector, I will draw some unwanted attention to myself. So I have actually not hunted this area yet due to those reasons. But I will sneak out there to see if there is anything fun going on. But nevertheless, this is one of the tools, and I will give you some show you some things where I've actually hunted this weekend. And if you go in here, you can see on the old map there is a building there, and there's an old road here. The road still exists today. It's just for walking and bicycling and stuff like that, but it used to be a major road, and I think before they built this major road out here, this was the original road out to a place called Tyresö. So I know for a fact that there's been a lot of activities in this area for a long time. But what I've been focusing on is this area here, which is a bathing place. It's a artificial sand beach, so they have put a lot of sand in there, and they did that in the 1950s, I think. So something happened to this place. I guess it burned down. They moved the road, built a new road, and this place was abandoned. But now it's a modern beach, which has been for 50-60 years with people from Stockholm. There's even been some campsites. I think it was here where people lived during the summers. out in the woods basically. So they went from downtown Stockholm out here and lived here for a couple of weeks during the summertime. So I've been hunting this beach. I would guess 15 times before summer, and now I hunted it 2 times yesterday. And basically, before summer, when I just got my metal detector, I did find a lot of silver coins right in this area. So I know there is some good finds to be found there. A lot of old, unused, unspendable money that is out of circulation since many years. But they are mostly then copper. But there are silver coins to be found. I found maybe 15 coins here. Of course, I find a lot of spendable money as well. The 10 crowns, 5 crowns, and 1 crowns. Yesterday, I think I found about 100 crowns, which is well, what's that? $100 is like something like, oh shit, 100 divided by 6.6. Yeah, about $15 I found yesterday in this area. Then I walked away, walked over to this beach to see if I could find anything. I didn't find much at all. I did find 3 toy cars, few bling bling rings, but nothing really at all to be of any value whatsoever. So I brought it home, but it's going in a trash can. And of course, being new with metal detecting, I guess there's 10 trash targets on 1 good targets. So every 10th or 11th dig I do, I find something that I keep. The rest is just bottle caps and whatnot. I'm trying to learn the detector. By the way, I'm using the 80 gold metal detector. I went with that instead of the Pro, because I think it suits my needs a bit more, and I like the higher frequency. But maybe that was bad, maybe it was good. Let's see. I am going prospecting up north in Sweden as well, so I guess I will have use for the gold, the higher frequency there. Of course, I can't. The downside is that I can't hunt in the salt water. It specifically states that it's no good if the water is conductivity, meaning salt water. So what else? Well, this is one of the tools, and I think you should use these when you are able to find them. There is, of course, other sources. I mean, this is from 1934. So let's go to Google and just get some. So basically, I'm searching for Stockholm old maps. And let's see if we can find. Well, we can go to Google Pictures, and well, maybe that was not really useful. Let's go to. Let's put in some city. Let's go to this page, the Friends of Bagarmossen, and then you can get some maps, and then we can see there's maps from. The oldest one is 1747, so let's see what that is. Oh. How do I use this tool? Do we have any zone? 50%. So Stockholm. So basically, where we were looking before would be. It's not there, it's about here. But still, this is a couple of kilometers away from me, and if I can just figure out how to zoom in, well, I can do it like this. You can see old roads. can see some old places. I think this is really useful. Unfortunately, all this area here is of course urbanized nowadays. So let's go and see if we can find something else. 1756, the estates of Scarfneck. So let's see if we can get some orientation. I'm just wondering why I can't zoom. Maybe I can do it like that. Ah, good. And then we can try to find oh crap. How do we zoom out? I noobed out. No shift alt commands. Okay, so let's go do it like this then. I want to check out an area. Let's say I want to check out this area. It seems to be urbanized. What can we find? There is some old place, and it's quite interesting. Here it says barn. Now we're getting really close. Okay. Here, this is actually exactly where we were before. So we know from a map from 1756 the road was still there. So this is a very old road. You can see on the other side. Let me see if I can pull the other map up. Sorry for that. Do it like this. And we go 1734, and we go all the way out here again to this area. So this is the lake. We are actually, this is where I showed you before, where I didn't find anything today. And then we can go to this map, and this is the same place. So that's quite cool, I would say. Then you have a mountain. This is the mountain here. It's actually an old military stuff in here as well. They closed that down last year. But to the more interesting, here is something. At least a couple of old estates, I would guess this is. And there are some buildings there. Let's see if we can find the same place on the more modern map. It's not so easy because they have changed quite a lot. I would assume this is, I've been in this area, this is swamp area nowadays, but it seems like before it was more of an open lake. So here you have Scarfneck, and this is actually the same area. It still exists. You can see it in the old map here as well. So we know that this place has been there for a hell of a lot of time, which is interesting. Unfortunately, I have been in this area without my detector, and it's fenced off, and they have mental patients here. So it's doesn't matter when I go there, there will always be some people there, and they obviously can chase me off their property. So but I want to go there, but I think it's going to be tricky to get access to this area. Have quite hard regulations in Sweden, but nevertheless, so if that is Scarfneck, then I assume could this be? Yeah. So this is most likely this building, which is this area in 1934, and this is 2013, meaning that there has been some nice activity in this area for a long time. Let's see if we can zoom in even more. Yeah. So basically, I could park my car here, and I could go up here, and I know there are some old fields here, where they have goats, I believe. I might do that tomorrow then. Should not be so much people walking there. There is a walk path, as you can see, on the modern map, but I don't think it's so popular because it's kind of scrappy down there. That building, I don't think it's that building, because it doesn't really fit on the map. If I put that up in the left corner, this building should be here. It's not. So it's more down here, which is good, because this is an motorcycle club, and for sure I don't want to be messing with those guys. But I guess this would be an interesting area, and especially looking into this old map, if we zoom in even more. I would guess the motorcycle club is here, and something else is going on, used to be going on over here. And maybe, just maybe, someone has buried a jar full of silver right there, or there, or there. Nevertheless, it will give me some challenges to look forward to when I go out hunting tomorrow. But basically this is the way I do it. I'm not sure if it's that efficient, but I like to secure that it has been some kind of history before I go out to hunt an area. And I think this is quite a wooden area today, so I think I can go there without people annoying too much people. Well, here is also something. Let's see if we can find that. No, the map ends. Yeah, but so there are tons of these resources out there on the web. I assume it's the same everywhere, so I suggest that you do what I do. Do some research, go online, everything is there, everything is for free.